Okay, all right, guys. Sorry about the problems that we had last night. So we're going to go ahead and just go through this with the recording, and then y'all obviously will have the link in just a second. So we are going to talk over today maximizing your business potential, and just a lot of tips that Jenny Beth and I have both learned through trial and error. So there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. We might as well learn from each other's mistakes. So today we're going to go over ways to organize your business, ways to maximize follow-up. I know that this is something that people really talk about that is key to your success, and I have learned, trust me all, this is really key. By setting up some follow-up methods in order to do this training, I've learned that I've let a lot of people slip through the cracks. So following up is really important for keeping and retaining customers, as well as for getting people to go from potentials to either customers or ambassadors. Jenny Beth is also going to talk about some Facebook posting organization that I was blown away by that whenever she told me about it. It's really great. And then also setting your goals to get you started, because if you don't have goals, you're not going to go as far as you could in this business. Okay. So ways to organize your business. This is great. This is something that is on my to-do list to get, and it's getting a Plexus binder together. There have been some ambassadors on our team that have some really great binders. Jenny Beth is going to talk about hers, and then also Claire Loud has a really great one that I'm going to show you some visuals of. She is uber organized, so that is a really great gift that she has, and she was kind enough to share that with me. But if you're one who would rather pay $20 than make your own, I came across this from one of the Endowment ambassadors. It is called the Pretty in Pink binder, and basically it has your basics. It has, I'm actually going to click on the link so I can show you. Okay, so what's included? This is stuff from a website that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. So it basically has the product information. It has all the compensation plan information. It has information for new ambassadors, so the checklist, the sign-up instructions, the welcome packs, auto qualifications. And the great thing about this website is that they do update it whenever things update. So I am not sure if they have it updated from the new transition yet in the back office, but they're usually very fast about it. So I would maybe give it a week or so, and then they'll update it. And then just some tips for getting started in there. Also a product price sheet, which is great information to have. There's some really great stuff in here, and it is only $20. So to me, that's something that's worth the money. But to you, you're more than welcome to make your own. So that link is on here, and we will share that with you. This is Claire's binder. She did a really great job. She created it on her own. As you see here, I was with her at a meeting where she took this with her, and it was fabulous. Every single question that her potential had, she was able to flip to a section in her notebook and answer the question for them. Down here where my mouse is pointing, you can see this little colorful sheet right here. This is actually a great price sheet. It has prices and also PV, or personal volume points, for each product, each combo. It also has preferred bonuses. It is a really great info sheet. Here where my mouse is pointing now is just an example of what a product information sheet look like. They have these for every single product. It is the product name, what it does for you, how it benefits, the science behind the product. Some people are not interested by the science. It is very overwhelming. I'm honestly just now getting into that, but it does have the basics of what it does, and then it has the ingredients list so you can check for allergies and such. Here she has the 3 ways to buy. So when she meets with people, which y'all face-to-face is the #1 way to meet with people. Every person I met face-to-face with is either on my team or an ambassador, a customer. So it really is a good method. A little side note there. But once she had them interested, she flipped over this price sheet, and she showed them. This is a great comparison chart. As a teacher, we love charts. And this is a great one. It shows you the difference between retail, preferred, and ambassador, and the benefits of it. So it really lays it out for your ambassadors. What else does she have in here? Oh, here she has this. This is actually super smart. I started carrying this with me too. And it's just stamps in a little card with envelope, and also a little manila envelope she has right here. So like if she gets someone's name and address on the go, then she can just slip them a sample right there while she's thinking about it. So I think this is actually brilliant what she has. And then right here is just her plan of action for the week. So, oh, and on the front, I think this is awesome. Claire probably would not mind sharing this with us. So Claire, could you please share this with us if you see this? But this is basically just a little cheat sheet. This says all the things that Plexus does. So it has like fatigue, insomnia, IBS, all this stuff right here. A quick sheet, because I will say whenever people kind of come to the spot on you, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what does Plexus do? I forgot. So this is a quick reference that you can go back and be like, oh yeah, look, these are all the issues it helps with. So I think that's really awesome that she did that. She's very efficient, y'all. So good job, Claire. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, so now we're on to organizing prospects. So these are people that you've either talked to Plexus about Plexus, or people that have contacted you. So as you start posting more on Facebook, y'all, which is key, it is key to your success to post on Facebook every single day about Plexus. Every single day, not every week, once a week or twice a week, but every single day if you really want to make this company work for you. So this is an example of what I have over here, and I just started this, and it has really helped me out. So these are all the names of the people that have either messaged me or I have talked to about Plexus. And right here is just the dates that I've contacted them. So you see there's some people I've contacted once, some twice, some 7 or 8. Y'all, this is where I realized, oh my goodness, so many people are slipping through the cracks. What I did was I actually went back through my text messages and through my Facebook messages, and I wrote down every single person that had ever contacted me, the dates that they contacted me. So some of them I was like, holy cow, I've not contacted them since March. That is a long time to not talk to someone about Plexus. You should be following up every month with potentials. So the color code, again, this works for me. It may not work for you, but I'm a paper pen person. So if they are just in pen and no highlighter, that means that I contacted them and I have not heard from them. So we have not had an actual discussion. It's just a one-way conversation so far, because I do cold contact people about it. The yellow are people who have either contacted me or I have contacted them and we have had a discussion. So that means that we've actually had a two-way conversation about Plexus. The pink right here means, I put pink for pink drink just because it's easy for me to remember that, are people that I've given a sample to and that I've tried out the pink drink. So that's just kind of my color code that I'm working with right now. I'm going to actually color code more, where I'm going to do green for when I send information or give my website, and then I'm going to put green, or sorry, did I say green? Another color for whenever they either go to customer or ambassador. That way they are not going to be on my potential sheet anymore. They now move over to this side. So I have a customer binder. So this is actually in my planner, this sheet that I'm scrolling my mouse on right now. This is in my planner, which is awesome because when I talk to people, I can just flip to the back page of my planner and I can write their name real quick in there and write a date. Okay, so once they become yellow, so once this is actual, like we've had a conversation about Plexus, we go to this binder. This is an actual 3-ring binder, and I just put A through Z, and I alphabetize them because this is not alphabetized, my potentials. I alphabetize the binder, and then I fill out a customer sheet. Even though these people are not customers, I'm hoping that they will become on one day. So I write right here at the bottom, you can see. This is a great document that we'll share with you. It has the name. It has what we've talked about. So this person wanted weight loss, and then I put on here prospect. It has a little check for their prospect, and then I put the dates, and I also put what we talked about because, y'all, we talked about building relationships. This is key. This is a great way to be like, hey, I remember that we talked about you wanting to lose weight and that you were having troubles sleeping. Here's a testimony that I saw that really made me think of you that I think would really connect with you, or something like that. So it's another way to touch base with them and not just be like, hey, I don't really remember what we talked about. What did you need help with again? So this is kind of your cheat sheet for these people over here. So again, it's all the people that I've had a two-way conversation with Plexus about. They now get put in my customer binder. So that way it's a quick reference sheet. And every time I talk to them, I'm going to put their information in this sheet. Jenny Beth, do you think I explained that well enough?
Yes, I think it's crystal clear.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to move on then. Okay, Jenny Beth, go ahead. This is awesome. Go ahead.
Okay, you guys, so the way that once you start tracking your activity and in finding your own way to have your system, you're going to start kind of refining it and see what works for you. So on the next slide, you can see, and I know that there's a little bit of a lag between the change of slides, but you'll see it soon. On that next slide, you're going to see how I have a customer binder as well, just like Rachel does. But instead of doing it A through Z, I actually do it by types of customer. So I've labeled my tabs as retail, preferred, ambassador, and future client. So I actually fill out a sheet for each one of them. And once they become, let's say they start as a future client, then once they become a preferred customer, I just move their sheet to that section. And I alphabetize within that tab. And that's just the way we have just shown you 2 different ways that you can actually organize your binder there. Now to the right, where it says your customer sample, and Rachel still hasn't, the slide still hasn't come up yet, but I'm just gonna talk through it so you guys can see it. There it is. So as your customer sample right there, it's similar to what Rachel has. For me, I have a little bit of a bigger block right there, or a little cell that's a little bigger. So I have the date up at the top, and then I have my people to the left, and inside that little cell I write what we talked on that in that particular time. It's just like a quick at a glance sheet for me. And as you can see, let's see, I think that's Lori on the second person. She started the triplex on September 1st, and then on September the 3rd we talked about block, and that little mail envelope picture there for me, that means that I actually went to the post office and I mailed her a sample block in 1 pack of P96. And so that way, in that little one quick at a glance sheet, I can keep track of my conversations with the different people that I have, so I can actually refer to it quickly and easily. All right. So what we're trying to tell you guys is that the foundation of your business is going to be to organize yourself, and your organization is going to reflect your personality. So if you want to do tabs or binders, or if you want to do just file folders, whichever way you want to do it, at least you want to have, the bottom line is that you want to have them organized into your customers and something that you have something to refer to quickly. All right, so we're going on to the next one. Let's see, it's still not up there. All right, so I'll start talking about it, and then once Zoom kicks in, then you'll be able to see it. This is your getting started, your top 100 list. You guys, that is the most important thing that I started with, and Rachel actually helped me create this list. And when we talked about this, she said, look through your Facebook list, look through your phone list, and just look through people and think about how would they benefit from Plexus. So that's how I created my 100 list. And then you have your identifiers. Who do you want to put in your 100 top list? Is it their charismas, that they're a people person, they're plugged into a community, they have lots of friends? You just list them, you brainstorm all 100 people that you know. And I promise you, 100 people. At first, that sounded really daunting, but once you start looking through your Facebook list and your phone and maybe thinking about people, your neighbors, your friends of friends, there it is, then you'll be able to complete that 100. So this is something, the next section is something that I learned from Celeste, and she is a Double Diamond ambassador, and she's super great. So once she was talking about the top 100 list, and she said, okay, now that you have listed the 100 people, what do you do with it? How do you categorize it in a way that when you approach them, what do you talk to them about? So she recommended to do the 3 W's. It's wealth, wellness, and weight loss. So within your 100 list, you want to categorize your people into these 3 categories. And that would help you when you actually approach them to start that conversation. You definitely want to talk to somebody about that particular topic that they are interested on, so they can actually listen to what you have to say about Plexus. So I love the 3 W's. I definitely have done it, and that just kind of makes you spot on when you're talking to them.
Exactly. And just to throw something in there, there's a really great book called The 4 personalities, or the 4 colors of network marketing personality, something like that. And it tells about how there's different colors based on people's personalities. And if you're talking to someone who is about just giving to people and really caring for people, and you talk to them about the Plexus perks, they're like, yeah, girl, I'm getting my Lexus next month. Oh, I can't wait to make all that money. They're going to be like, totally uninterested. So it's really making sure that you're connecting again with your people. So next, is it pulling up?
Not yet, and that's why I'm always looking to the side, because I have the PowerPoint in my.
Oh, so that's okay. I'll go ahead and start talking, and then we can post this PowerPoint in the team page. Actually, so the next one. So I said you can either buy your Plexus binder or you can make your own. So there's actually a really, really fantastic website that does update on a very regular basis, and it's called Plexus Power Tools. And I put the link on here. It's www.plexuspowertools.com. And I put a little picture about what the homepage looks like. So it has documents, graphics, testimonials, more resources really than you would ever need or could ever use. It is fantastic. So this is where Claire got all of her information, I believe. So it has the documents, getting started as an ambassador. And y'all, that little link has a whole page of stuff to get you started. It's not just one document. First, customer letter documents, new customer follow-up documents. That's where the customer sheet is. New ambassador welcome documents, ambassador recruitment documents, Plexus training documents, which is a really awesome one. Business building document, product information. So if people ask me, hey, is this safe for breastfeeding? It is, of course, but you want them to go to their doctor and check it out. But if they want to take documents to their doctor that show the ingredients, you can go to the product information. You can go to, let's say they want the triplex. You can click on the triplex on there to pull up the ingredients list, and you can either take a picture and shoot it in a text, or you could send the documents via email, print them and hand it to them. Whatever it is, this website is so worth the $10 that you will pay, because guys, if you really want to make this work, you are going to have to be resourceful, and you're going to have to want to find information out for yourself. You are. I mean, we're more than happy to help you, but there's things that you should be able to find on your own. And this is a great website for you to go to. So like in teaching, we like scaffold you. We like help you a lot in the beginning, and then we want to help you less and less and less and less. So this is the way for us to be able to help you less and less, and you be able to learn more and more on your own. So this is a really awesome website, y'all. It's so worth the $10. It's so worth it. Don't buy a lunch one day and buy this instead. You will thank us later. Okay.
All right, Rachel is absolutely right, you guys. When she recommended this website, I went right to it, and I spent my $10. I invested my $10, and I go to this website every day for different reasons. When you start talking to different prospects, they're going to have different questions and different interests, and so you definitely have that resource right there to get the information that they need right away. So that takes us to the next slide, and it hasn't popped up yet, but it will in a little while. And that slide is titled Power Team Resources for Google Drive. And so what Rachel and I have been talking about is that oftentimes we need the resources on the go, and depending on the situation that arises, and just documents that other people have used as well. Power Tools has a plethora of information, but in this Google Drive, what we want to do is just personalize it to our own Power Team. And we want to make sure that we put files in here that some of us or all of us have used and recommended, and that you can go to in case you need a place to start. And so what we have done is that we have created a Google Drive. There it is for us. And we have different categories in there. So we have, of course, product information. We have the comp plan. So you'll be able to click into those file folders and find the information, just like Rachel's showing you right there. And like I talked about, personalizing it to our team, we've realized that some of our clients need a little bit of information on health tips, or maybe some recipes. I mean, we have gotten asked, what do you have for breakfast? Or what can I do as a healthy side for my dinner instead of French fries? And so we've realized that our customers need a little bit of that also. So we have put the information in there for the Google Drive for all of us to access. And then that's the link right there. Yep, and we'll be sharing that with you as well. So any training that we do also, like our PowerPoints and all, we'll make sure to put it in there so you can access it at your own time too.
Yes, and Jane Beth did an awesome job of setting that up, so thank you.
You're welcome.
It's on. The fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go since it doesn't look like it's up on y'all, so I don't know what the delay is, but the fortune is in the follow-up. As I talked about earlier, I know you've heard this a million times, the fortune is in the follow-up. And I know when people were telling me that, I'm like, okay, that's fabulous, but I don't really know what that means. Obviously, I know you're following up, but how do you follow up? What does that mean to follow up with someone? And so you want to follow up with your potentials, your customers, and your ambassadors. There is many studies out there, many studies that people have done about network marketing business and just following up in general. And it takes y'all 7 to 10 contacts for someone to say yes, 7 to 10 exposures. And this is so true. I know there's times that people have approached me with stuff, and several times the first time I say no, it's not because I really say no, it's because I might have something else going on. I'm like, oh, I don't even have time to think about that right now. But the more you expose someone to it, the more they're going to be like, okay, what is this Plexus stuff? And they're going to really start researching it more and more and more and more. And so the more that you're contacting them and you're reminding them, then they are going to be more likely to want more information from you. And you're not bothering them, y'all. I contact people until they literally say, no, I am never going to want this stuff. And I've yet to hear someone say that. No one has ever told me, no, I don't want this. I may message them 5 times and then never message me back. And then the next message from them might be, okay, I want to be an ambassador. It's like, whoa, really? But they are reading what you're saying. They are reading, and they just need to do it on their own time. They really do. Think about it like, I don't know, I can't think of a good example right now. But anyways, it takes a lot of contacts for people and a lot of exposures for someone to say yes. So you are not bothering them. Keep on contacting them. So we put here, customers and ambassadors, ask. You need to ask them. This is really awesome. Jenny Beth told me this, and since I've started doing it, it's a lot easier to make that second contact because people are kind of inviting you to contact them back. I asked them, how would you like me to follow up with you? So you always want to end with a question with people instead of being like, okay, girl, good talking to you. Let me know when you need more information, because they're probably not going to ask you again. I mean, people have asked me to dinner 900 times before, and if they don't remind me, I forget. So you can't just say, okay, well, let me know when you want more information, because they probably want it. They're just going to forget to ask you about it. So ask them, how can I follow up with you? And they'll say, oh, text is good, or yeah, you can call me. You can totally call me. Just email me, or hey, Facebook is best, whatever they say. And then you can say, okay, well, is it okay if I put you on my monthly contact list? That's something that I've added. Is it okay if I put you on my monthly contact list? And just as reaction, people say yes. So then when you contact them, they can't be like, oh my God, they're contacting me again, because they invited you essentially to contact them back. So since I've been doing that, I've had much better success with follow-ups, and it's been easier. So here's the timeline. So this is for new customers and new ambassadors. You want to follow up the next day. Like, hey, I'm so excited for you. Did you get your confirmation email? Or, hey, I got the confirmation email that your sign up went through. I'm so pumped to have you on our team. Whatever the case may be. You want to follow up in about 3 days, because that's usually how long it takes to get the products in. So, hey, it's been about 3 days. Have you got your product in? Or I saw that your product got delivered, because if they're your customer, you can track it for them. And then you want to contact them the first day after taking the product. I didn't put that on here, but the first day after taking the product. Hey, how did day 1 go? Did you like the way it tasted? What I would not do is say, hey, do you feel a difference yet? Because it is natural energy, a lot of people, some people do, see a big difference the first day, but some people, it takes a minute for it to get in your system, because it's not like an energy drink that you're going to take it and be like jacked up immediately after. So I would not say, hey, are you feeling more energy? Or, hey, are your cravings gone down? Because they might think, oh, are my cravings supposed to be going down? I don't know. I don't feel a difference. So I would just say, hey, how's Slim fitting into your schedule? Were you able to get all your products in? How's your water intake going? Things like that, just kind of guiding them. And then 1 week, again, check in. How are your products doing? Or if they're an ambassador, hey, are you ready to start working the business? Things like that. And we'll do more trainings about how to approach new ambassadors, but we're not going to spend time on that right now. And then 3 weeks. 3 week is a very important check-in. I leave them alone for the second week, and then the third week I check back in and say, hey, are the products still fitting good into your system? Have you been able to drink your water? And then this is a good time to hit your preferred customers with switching to ambassador, because they're going to be running out of their products in about 3 weeks. They have about a week left, so they're going to want to order again, or their shipment is about to go again in the next week or so. So you're going to want to catch them before and say, hey, I know you've been liking your products. I just want to let you know about the business opportunity. If you sign up as an ambassador, it is a cheaper way to get your products. You do have the option to work the business if you choose. I always say that. And then they may say, no, I don't want to do it. Or they may say, oh, yeah, that sounds great. Let me have some more information on it. So that 3rd week is a really good week to contact them about switching over to an ambassador. Okay. And then I'm going to move on. And now my computer is not working. And we're on Facebook posting, Jenny Beth.
Okay, I see it. So is that the slide that says the fortune is in the follow-up with customers and ambassadors?
It is.
Okay, so you guys, you have to be really strategic when you're actually posting. And so one of the things that we want to avoid is just always engage your Plexus people. So oftentimes we can say, hey, I got my Plexus drink, and all you Plexus peeps will come in and say, yeah, I got it too. But what about engaging your target audience? Your target audience are the non-Plexus people. So before you make a posting, you want to think or to yourself, will this posting engage or inspire the non-Plexus audience? And oftentimes you can even start with a question. Have you ever, or do you suffer from? If it resonates with people, they will remember. And it hasn't come up yet on the slide, but it will. Now, the next thing that we want to do is shine a light on every aspect of Plexus. So what you want to do is rotate your postings and make sure that you give information about Plexus from every angle, how it helps with your wealth, with your health, and your wellness as well. Now, the next thing is on frequency and time. So at least we want to recommend that you post at least 4 times, at the most 4 times per day. So at least one of those postings, make it a Plexus posting, because remember that people want like you as a person and your journey, but then you also have to put your little Plexus part of your life that is Plexus as well. So the high traffic times are in the AM, very early morning, and in the very late evening. Now you want to target your different audiences like we talked before. You know, sometimes since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I post during the day. Like I may post at noon or at 1, and I can see who is liking my post and who can see my posts at that time. So it just depends what kind of your rhythm of life. And I can see that my work friends, that the ones that go to work from 7 to 6 every day, they are the ones that are in the very early morning or the very late in the afternoon. So you just want to be very cognizant about that, and when do you want to make your postings and what time. Now, the last thing that I thought it was brilliant is keep track of your own postings. So you know that you'll start with your why, and we'll talk about that later. You know, exploring yourself and why you're in this journey and what is going to be fueling your desire to keep in this business, and that is your why. So you want to keep track of your postings. You actually post your why, and then you start rotating the postings, your Facebook's postings about Plexus Wealth, Plexus Wellness, Plexus Health. And then you never go back to the beginning. So think about it, you guys. You have added new people and new friends since your very beginning, since you posted your why. So you want to start rotating your postings, so then that way the new friends that you have now will actually, I see it. Your friends that you have right now will actually listen and see your why. So you want to make sure that you rotate it to make sure that you provide that information to your old friends and your new friends, if that made sense. Did that make sense?
Yes, that is. And when she told me this, it like blew my mind, because I did a why video. It was a challenge to me and I did it, but that was months ago. And I have met so many people since then, or I posted one time. Just because you post one time does not mean every single one of your friends sees it, because I know there's tons of things that people post that I never see until I go to their page and I'm like, oh, I never saw that. Or people will be like, hey, did you see that? I'm like, no, when did you post that? And not everyone sees every single thing you post. So that's exactly right. Why Jenny Beth said, what is so important? Don't just post at 7 o'clock in the morning and that be your post for the day, because there's a whole plethora of people over here that are never even going to see your post or don't even know what's going on with you. So we're going to talk more. We'll do more trainings that are more specific, but that was a great overview, Jenny Beth. So thanks.
All right. Great.
Okay, real quick, because we want to be conscious of your time, I am going to talk about Leslie Zann's fabulous fourth quarter, as she says it. Leslie Zann is a genius. She's brilliant. I saw her in Dallas at a seminar a month and a half ago or so. She blew my mind. Y'all follow her on Facebook, look her stuff up. She is a network marketing queen, and she has great tips. So the 90-day plan. So essentially this is from now till the end of the year. It's the last 90 days of the year. So we're just a little bit behind, but that's okay. So in October, it says, it gives you tips for it. So October, pick up your prospecting pace. So this is when you really need to be contacting people. Every day now, it's my goal to reach out to 3 new people, whether it's someone in person or someone on Facebook or whatever it might be. 3 new people a day. These people will be added to my planners. That planner I showed you at the beginning, I'm adding 3 new people every day. And y'all, my list has grown exponentially. I mean, it has grown a ton since starting out. So you want to pick up the pace now, because as you're posting now and as you're contacting people now, let's be honest, people get kind of lazy during the holidays. They don't want to work out. They're starting to wear sweaters and tights, so they don't feel that their pants are getting tighter. Totally me. I was guilty before Plexus, not going to lie. And so they may not be all into buy right now, but y'all, when the first of the year comes around, those people that you've been contacting for the past 3 months, whenever they think about, okay, New Year's resolution, lose weight, which is like 99.9% of people's New Year's resolution, you're going to come to their brain if you have been consistent with posting. If you post once a month or once every week, they might forget, oh yeah, I saw a Plexus post, but who was it? But y'all, trust me, when people see me, they know I'm the Plexus lady. They know. So when they think about Plexus, they know that it's Rachel Jones. So that's awesome. So November, you want to shoot by meeting all your monthly goals by the 25th of the month, because y'all, after that is the holidays. And then on the 30th, the last day of the month, you can come back and hit it hard, because most people get paid and people might be jumping on board with you then. December, you're also going to want to meet your goals by the 24th, because again, the holidays, people aren't worried about Plexus and losing weight when they're with their family. I'm not worried about Plexus and losing weight when I'm with my family, and it's my, what I'm turning into my career now. So if I'm not worried about it, other people aren't. So make sure that you're hitting your goals that you're setting. Shoot to hit them before the holidays. And then this again, I'm not gonna read through this, but it says more about the fabulous fourth quarter. And it's basically what I just told you. So we do have a questions page, because this was going to be live last night, but it's not. So if you do have questions, please comment on this thread after we post this, and we will be more than happy to answer them for you. We are totally, but Jenny, Beth, and I are both in an education background, so we, of course, are about interaction. We do not want to just talk at you. We want to talk with you. So if you have questions, please ask. No question is a stupid question, as we always tell our kids. There's no bad question. Okay? So if you're wondering it, someone else is probably wondering it too. So the big things that we hit on this were organization, Facebook posting, the Google Drive, getting your binder set up, and then really setting yourself up for success in the new year. So start today. It's never too early to start. We've had new ambassadors that are just signing up. Y'all, you don't have to wait till you have some huge success story. Share other people's stories until you have a story. Trust me, people will be interested. They will.
Yes. You guys, we would love to hear from you. We really want to make this interactive and hear from your
Yes.
experience and your journey. So if you don't mind, now that you have gotten to the end of this presentation, we would love for you to comment on when we post this, if you can comment for us. And we're going to do a quick drawing for all of you that have actually taken the time to watch our training today. Even if you have a question or just a simple comment, we would love to hear from you. So please do.
Yes, and y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Okay.